Okay, so session 5.2 talks about flex box layouts. Flex boxes are basically flexible boxes. Unlike the grid system that we've been using, the grid system had a fixed size, and that's just the size that it was. With flexible boxes, the boxes can adapt depending on your screen size. So we've all probably been on our phones and tried to pull up a site, and um, they were not using any type of flexible layout, and it was very difficult to use. You couldn't hardly read it. You had to zoom in to be able to do anything with that site. This will show you how to do a flexible layout. So it begins on page 376, and we're going to open up the pre-K. We're going to rename it. We're just going to take off the underscore .txt. All right, I'm going to open it up, and as normal, put in the name and date. All right, so we've got that done. We're going to do the same thing for the flex.txt. I'm going to close these. So tf underscore flex, I'm going to rename this one. And again, open it up and put in my name and date. All right, I'm just going to look at this really quick. You see the sections we have here. We have the base flex styles, the mobile styles, and the tablet styles. And again, it's based on screen size. Okay, so under the base flex styles, I'm just going to type in a style for the body. Not all browsers support this, so I'm going to use a WebKit. So the display is going to be WebKit Flex, and then display Flex. All right. Actually, before I close this style, I'm going to add the Flex Flow. So again, I'm going to say WebKit Flex Flow. Okay, so I've got a row wrap. This just wraps our lines, kind of like Word Wrap does in the Microsoft Word product. There we go. All right. So on the next few pages, there's some reading. Talks about the growth and the general properties of the flex boxes. So you're going to want to read that. I'm going to pick up on page 384. Okay, still in the base flex styles. I'm going to drop down under body. I'm going to put a style for the header and the footer. Okay, the width here is going to be 100%. My next style is for the aside. Alright, again, I'm going to have a WebKit to ensure compatibility. Okay, so what this is doing, let me put my flex, 120px. What this is doing, it sets the initial size of the aside to 120 pixels. Okay, and then it sets the growth and the shrink factors to 1. Okay, so let me close the aside, and then I'm going to have a section #main, and again WebKit flex 361 pixels. Okay, so for the main section, I've got it set to 361 pixels, and the grow and shrink rate, it's a ratio, it's a 3:1 ratio. Okay, so it's growth to shrink is going to be 3:1. Alright, so let's save this and go to the browser, and let's look at the pre-K page. Okay, so I have not attached the style sheet, and I did that on purpose because I wanted us to see what it looks like before any design. Alright, so let's go back to our pre-K, and we have to attach our style sheets. We're going to attach 3 style sheets, so remember it is in the head section. So we've got tf_reset.css. Alright, our second one is tf_styles2.css. And our last one, is tf_flex.css. Alright, so let's save this and flip back to our browser. I'm going to refresh. Alright, and that's what we have so far. Okay, this is our pre-K page. Right, I am going to shrink this down into a phone size. Okay, notice how it changed. Let's make this a little shorter so we can see the footer. Okay, so there's the footer. All right. Okay, moving on to page 386. We are back in the Flex style sheet. Under section main, we're going to have section hashtag topics. All right, the display, we're going to say WebKit Flex. Okay, and then we're going to have another display with just Flex. Our Flex flow is going to be WebKit Flex Flow row wrap. And then under that, we're just going to have our Flex dash flow row wrap. All right, so it turns the topics into a flex box and make sure that the rows wrap, excuse me. All right, under that, we're going to have section hashtag topics article. WebKit Flex, I'm going to say 200 pixels. And then under that, we're just going to say Flex 200 pixels. Okay, so each article is going to be 200 pixels, and it grows and shrinks at the same rate. All right, so let's scroll down and look for the tablet styles down at the bottom. So inside this app media only screen and mid width 481 pixels, inside that we're going to put a style for the navigation. So it's nav.horizontal UL because the navigation is structured as a list. Again, we're going to say display WebKit dash flex. And display flex. WebKit Flex Flow is going to be row no wrap. And Flex Flow row no wrap. And as you can guess, this is going to make it not wrap. All right. So that's the unordered list. Now we're going to set a style for the line item. In that horizontal navigation, we're going to say WebKit Okay, so what this does, it bases the size of each item, each line item, on its content, and just has them grow or shrink at the same rate. All right, so let's save this and flip over to the browser. Okay, this is what we have right now. Let's refresh. All right, so this navigation here, it appears in a single row. Let me shrink this down a little bit. And see the changes. Okay, so it flips right there. Something that is not working, I'm going to have to go back and look. These should flex side to side. So let me flip back and make sure I don't have any typos. So if I go back and take a look, so these are the topics, okay? So when I go look at my code, I can narrow it down to, there's an error right in here. Look how I spelled topics. I left out the I, whoops. So let me just fix that. Flip back to my browser. Okay, that's the way it should look. So again, that is why you need to look at it in your browser often.